Max Verstappen gave nothing but short answers during the Singapore Grand Prix post-qualifying press conference in protest at his penalty for swearing in Thursday's session. Verstappen was told to serve work of public interest, having sworn about his car from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, in an FIA clampdown on the use of strong language. The Dutchman qualified second on the grid for Sunday's race and, although he gave full answers in the subsequent unilateral interviews with ex-IndyCar driver James Hinchcliffe, Verstappen opted for a more laconic approach in the official session, offering one-word answers to MC Tom Clarkson. He said that he would conduct a session outside of the official FIA press conference for the benefit of the media, but elected not to answer them in the room, jokingly noting that it was something with my voice. Speaking in that post-press conference session, Verstappen opened up on his approach. I find it, of course, ridiculous what happens. So why should I then give full answers? Because I might. It's very easily. Apparently you get a fine, or you get some sort of penalties. I prefer then not to speak a lot, save my voice, and I mean, we can do the interviews also somewhere else, if you need some answers to the questions asked. Verstappen said that the FIA wanted to set a new precedent to swearing in official media sessions, and that he was being treated harshly so that the officials could stamp out the practice. He said that he had no problem with the stewards themselves for the application of harsher sanctions, but rather the new rules in place themselves. They want to set the precedent, and people got warnings or a little fine. Now with me, they wanted to set an even bigger example, I guess. Which for me is a bit weird, of course. Because I didn't swear at anyone particularly, I just said one thing about my car. But it's in the code, so they have to follow the book. I don't want to blame this on the stewards, because I actually had a really good chat with them. They just have to follow the code, you know, and the book. I think they're quite understanding, but it's difficult for them as well. I think what I said wasn't that bad. And, of course, I get if you aim it at someone, I think that's bad. Of course emotions can run high, but that's still not okay. I understand that, but I felt like it was quite ridiculous what was given to me. He had the support of his fellow drivers in the press conference. Lando Norris joked that Verstappen deserved it, before stating, I think it's pretty unfair, I don't agree with any of it. Lewis Hamilton added that it was a bit of a joke, and recommended that Verstappen didn't go through with the community service punishment, suggesting, certainly wouldn't be doing it. Norris and Hamilton had been critical of Ben Sulayem's comments and sympathized with Verstappen, with Hamilton saying he would refuse to accept the community service. It's a bit of a joke, he said. This is the pinnacle of the sport, mistakes are made. I certainly wouldn't be doing it, and I hope Max doesn't do it. Norris initially joked, saying Verstappen deserved it but did side with him. It's pretty unfair, I don't agree with any of it, he said. As FIA conferences go, the sheer awkwardness alone will have gone down poorly with the governing body. Verstappen, however, seemed to be enjoying it. By the end he was twisting the knife. I am answering, just not a lot. Problem with my voice, he said. Point made. He spoke to the media, and when asked if his protest was because he thought the leadership of the FIA was inadequate, he was blunt. It's just ridiculous to get a penalty for that, he said. When you insult someone, that's pretty clear. I didn't aim it at a person, it was a bit of a slip of the tongue. It's not the right way to go forward in our sport.